You're listening to Somewhat Frank with me, Frank Gruber. After working in the corporate world for a decade, I decided to blaze my own path by co-founding Tech Cocktail, which helped catalyze local startup communities and eventually turned into TechCo Media, a site which grew to millions of readers and was eventually acquired. Over the past decade, I've interviewed hundreds of entrepreneurs and thought leaders from some of the fastest growing and most successful companies in history. And along the way, I've learned amazing lessons from my experiences. So we're going to talk about startups, tech, innovation, and their intersection with personal life, and anything else on Frank Gruber's mind. So let's get started being Somewhat Frank. Somewhat Frank is produced with the help of Established, my new company. Hi there, Frank Gruber here in Las Vegas at AICPA Engage, and I'm here with Tony Hawk. First off, what are you doing at a CPA conference?
Well, I'm here working with Chase Inc. and just sort of giving my advice and suggestions on small businesses and sharing my experiences and hopefully giving some good direction for people.
What are some productivity hacks or tips that you might have?
Well, to not be too scattered and to really focus on the task at hand. So if there's something that's pressing, that gets all my attention. And really sort of segmenting my day into those chunks of focusing on each certain project or decision, and trying to prioritize an entire day so that I can spend time with my family. And that's probably the biggest challenge of what I do. Yeah. But I managed to make it work, and I feel like, for instance, today when I'm gone, I know that this is going to be nonstop obligations and press and things like that, and I'm happy to do that. And then once I get home, devote myself to my kids.
Great. Anybody that's out there wants to start and do something that's maybe not as conventional right now, what's the kind of one piece or two pieces of advice you'd give them? I mean, being a skateboarder when you were 10 probably wasn't a clear path, so I'm trying to get a little bit of advice for anyone trying to do something out of the ordinary and blaze their own path.
Well, I think for one, stay true to the focus of what you're doing and your passion, and don't get too distracted by it, and don't try to take the easy money, the easy way out, because if you do end up selling your brand or giving up control of it, it's going to go in a direction that you're not happy with.
All right, thanks so much, Tony. I really appreciate it. Frank Gruber here in Las Vegas. I'm here with Chase Inc. The interview you just heard with Tony Hawk would not have been possible without the generous support of Chase Inc. credit card. Thank you so much. I had so much fun talking with Tony. I really appreciate it. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for listening. This is Somewhat Frank, signing off. Frank Gruber. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe online, iTunes, SoundCloud, Android, wherever you can find it. Somewhat Frank Podcast. We'll be back soon with another episode. Thanks so much.